Welcome to Parrot. Today we would like to show you the compatibility with your Apple devices, such as your MacBook and your iPad, and our interactive LED screens. Now, we've got a 65-inch, 75-inch, and an 86-inch variations of this screen, and of course, all of them have the same functionality and connectivity to your Apple devices. To start off, let's begin with the MacBook. Now, the first connection method we are going to show is, of course, your HDMI and USB cabled method. With the MacBooks coming with USB-C ports only these days, you will need an adapter. So we will be using our USB-C hub that has a HDMI port as well. Our LEDs have 3 HDMI inputs and touch inputs, so you can use any one of the 3. 2 located at the back, and of course 1 located in the front. So let's quickly plug this in. I'm going to plug in the adapter, and then we'll add the cables. So HDMI cable comes in. You will notice that my screen will immediately just swap over to my actual MacBook. Now, as you can see over there, I've got my MacBook displayed over there, and I've got it on screen. So this is screen mirroring by the cable. But what it allows me to do now, because the touch aspect is there, I can now interact with my MacBook without being behind my MacBook. Whatever content I now have on my device, I've got access to. So for your educators, you have the ability to open up your pre-prepared PowerPointations, your lesson plans, and so on. And as you can see, just by a swipe, I can now move between my options over there and whatever I've got installed. You can open up your PowerPoint, or you can go through to your Word. You can open up YouTube videos. Whatever you can do on your Mac, you are now able to do on our interactive LEDs. The second connection method that we have, let's quickly unplug over here, is of course AirPlay. So we'll go home over there, and here is our AirPlay device. So for us to be able to do that, let's quickly connect to the network. On the Mac device, I can go to my AirPlay or screen mirroring. It'll pick up the screen I want to mirror to. And as you can see now, I'll move the Mac device. There's no cables plugged in, and of course I am displaying on screen. So once again, whatever content you want to work with, presentation-wise that you want to do, let's quickly open up a PowerPoint presentation here. Start from the first slide, and here we go. So now me as an educator can walk around in my classroom, and I can go through the PowerPoint presentation or lesson that I'm planning, while everybody is focused in front of the class. Now, the one downfall to the AirPlay is Apple does not allow touch using AirPlay, so it is strictly for projecting. So you'll be able to project to the screen, but you won't have any touch interaction on the screen, as that is the built-in AirPlay or casting from your Mac device. The third method that I have, which is also a wireless connectivity method, let's quickly shut down the AirPlay over there, is what we call our screen application. Free application, there's no license fees to it. It is built into your LED itself. You'll notice this screen over here allows me to see that. It is a quick download of an application, and if you are on the same network as your LED, now our LEDs has a network import that you can plug it in via hardwired. It can also be added via the Wi-Fi of your institution. You'll notice it gives you an IP address. Of course, this can be managed via your IT department. And then we can quickly open up our Tron application. We can look for the screen that we want to cast to. And once again, by saying start casting, there I am. So I've got a wireless connection. But the main difference here now is, because I'm using the application built for the built-in casting, I can once again now interact with my screen. So if I open up that PowerPointation, you'll notice I can do that, and there it is on screen. So now I've got wireless casting with the ability to touch and interact with my LED. And of course, like I said earlier, whatever you've got installed on your MacBook, you now have the access to it on your LED to work with that. Now to quickly move over to our Apple iPad, let's quickly kill that connection over there. it is very similar to what we just did with the MacBook. So once you connect to the same network that the LED is on, I can go into screen casting, find my screen, and there is my iPad. Now, as an educator, I can walk around throughout my class within a 15-meter radius of the LED, and I will be able to cast my device to the screen. The other nice feature there, of course, if I open my camera, I can now walk around and I can actually display and show where I'm walking. Okay, let's quickly close the camera application there. So that is how you can work with your iPad connecting to the LED. So there's no wired options for it to connect to the LED. It is the AirPlay and of course the Transcreen application. Now, what we have on the iPad, because the touch is located on the device itself, you will not have touch ability while using an iPad. So this is strictly for casting and the ability to walk around with your mobile device that you can then display, do your PowerPoint presentations, and of course then share your content. While we are on the topic of sharing, I can now go back and say, but wait, I want to add my MacBook to it. So you'll notice there's my MacBook on the one side and my iPad on the other side. So you can share up to 4. It splits it into a quadrant. You can share 4 devices. But the other nice thing is you can connect 32 devices to the LED. And in turn, they can share their information to the screen. But 4 at a time on screen. And because my MacBook is now still connected via the Transcreen application and not AirPlay, I am now still able to work on my MacBook via the share. And of course, with my iPad, I can walk around and I can say, I want to go into my applications over there and let's open a Word document. So now you've got the ability to show what is on your screen and of course, interact with your MacBook on the other side. So now you can display both, and of course you've got control from the front of the screen to see which devices are currently connected. And from here as well, I can say lock that device or kick it off. So I want to just keep my iPad. There it kicks off my iPad. Now I'm back with my LED, which I can work with. Or wait, I want to bring back my iPad. And then we can quickly just click over there. I can go to my iPad again and say AirPlay. And there we go. There's my iPad back. Perfect. And then of course, last but not least, with the MacBook itself, in the front, there is also a USB-C port, a Thunderbolt port, so you can connect, if you've got a direct USB-C cable that supports Thunderbolt, you can plug it into your Mac, into that port. It will carry through your visual, meaning your desktop, and of course the touch. So instead of having a USB cable and an HDMI cable and an adapter, you can plug it in and you need one cable to display and touch. So those are the connection methods for Apple devices to our interactive LEDs. And the interactivity and of course the ability to move around freely and display what you need for your class or learners to see is there. Thank you very much for your time. We hope you enjoyed the session.